This is a short video just to explain the Key Stage 3 data reports. So what you can see in your data report, you can see the top section, which will show you your arch points, your attendance, and that will be tailored to each student. As you scroll down, we move on to the attainment data. Now this is about how you are performing on a particular subject. So if I just scroll down a bit to here. So what you can see in this section here, where I'm just highlighting to show you that. Now, this is the same on everyone's report. It's just a bit of an explanation to explain to you about thresholds. Thresholds are how we offer an attainment guidance to parents and carers and to students. So we let you know how you're doing, and we offer some further guidance on how that links to an expectation at GCSE. For example, if you are excelling in a particular subject, we would expect you to go on to be working at a 7, 8, or 9 at GCSE. Now, that's assuming your attitude to learning is 1. If your attitude to learning is not 1, you're less likely to achieve this. As you notice shown in bold here, we have got GCSE grades. GCSE grades go from 1 to 9, with 9 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And we've got our thresholds, foundation is the lowest and excelling is the highest. And these link to GCSEs to give you some idea of roughly how you're doing. But again, if your attitude to learning is not 1, then you need to be thinking about what can you do to improve that attitude to learning. Have you learnt your knowledge organiser yet? Do you always do your Sparks homework? What next steps can you take to improve that attitude to learning? And if you're not sure, please speak to your teacher in the first instance. So when we scroll down, you'll see this part. Now this part is different on everyone's report. You've got the list of subjects on your left-hand side, and then you have the current threshold shown here. You've also got the attitude to learning. Now attitude to learning, A1 is the best and A4 is the worst. But what you can see is we've got this student here. They have a mixture of A1 and A2. Then they've got A3 and A4 down here. Now, any students that's awarded an A3 or an A4 would have a reason given here. So, for example, for PE, this student is working at foundation, which is the lowest threshold, and their attitude to learning is A4, and the reason is behaviour. And for example, this student is science, they're working at securing, and attitude to learning A3, and the reason is homework. But what we can also see is we've got this student here in computer science, and they're working at developing, their attitude to learning is A1. So assuming that attitude to learning remains at A1, if we go up to computer science and see what it says about, go up here and see what it says about developing. Developing, they're expected to get a 4 or 5 at GCSE, assuming the attitude to learning is 1 throughout school. So if that attitude to learning remains at a 1, computer science, you'd expect to get a grade 4 or 5. Now, again, this is only how you're currently performing and what it currently indicates that you might get. Obviously, there's complete flexibility, and the harder you work, the better you can do. So again, don't take this as saying, for example, that student has to get a 4 or 5. There's no reason why they can't get a 7. They've got every opportunity to do that. So that's the first page of your report. And then the second page, just a bit of information telling you about the attitude to learning scores and giving you a little bit more information. And again, some key contacts. So your learning manager will be listed here, and also our careers advisor. Even if you're not in year 11, you can still contact our careers advisor and request an appointment, or just email to ask for some advice. Okay, I hope that's been a help. If you've got any questions, the first person to contact is your learning manager. And if you've still got any questions, you're welcome to contact myself, which is Mrs. Coates. My email is a.coates@toddhigh.co.uk. Coates is spelled Coates. That's a.coates@toddhigh.co.uk. Thank you very much.